The galaxy had been at war for a very long time. The Kalorian Empire, with their tall bodies, strong biotech, and minds linked together like one big thought, had pushed almost every other species to the edge. Ships burned in space. Planets lost their cities. Billions suffered. The smaller coalition worlds, including the new one called Earth, fought hard but could not win alone. The Kalorian High Council met in their great chamber. Tall crystal walls glowed with soft purple light. Holograms of stars and battle maps floated in the air. The leaders sat in a wide circle. They looked calm on the outside, but inside they felt tired. The war cost too much, even for them. One elder spoke in a deep voice. "We must end this, not with more death, but with something new, a bond that shows we are above them. A marriage, one of us to a human from Earth." The others turned their heads, some eyes narrowed. Marriage was old, even for Kalorians. It meant trust, or at least the look of trust. They picked Lauren Voss, a smart diplomat who knew how to talk to weaker species. She had changed her shape many times to look like humans during talks. Her real form was taller, with smooth silver skin and faint glowing lines along her arms. But for this, she would stay in human shape. Long dark hair, green eyes, tall and graceful. Lauren did not like the idea. A human? They are short-lived, weak. Their tech is basic. Why give them honor? The elder answered, "Because honor will break their spirit faster than bombs. Earth will give up its ships and stop fighting. The coalition will fall apart. You will be the symbol." Lauren bowed her head. Duty came first. She agreed. On Earth, leaders searched for the right man. They needed someone normal, not a soldier or politician, someone who would not cause trouble. They found Ryan Carter. He was 32, from a quiet town in the Midwest. He worked as an engineer fixing machines in factories. He liked simple things: coffee in the morning, walks with his dog, helping his neighbors. When the call came, he thought for a long time. His family was scared. But he said, "Yes. If it keeps bombs away from home, I will do it." Ryan was not tall or handsome in a movie way. He had brown hair that needed a cut, kind blue eyes, and hands rough from work. He spoke softly and listened more than he talked. The wedding happened on a big neutral orbital station high above a gas giant. The station looked like a shining ring with lights everywhere. Ships from many worlds docked there. Inside the main hall, huge windows showed stars and swirling clouds below. Guests filled the seats. Coalition leaders in their best clothes. Kalorian nobles in flowing robes. Humans in suits, looking small next to the tall aliens. A soft music played. Lauren walked in first. She wore a white dress that shimmered like starlight. It fit her human shape perfectly. Her face looked calm, but her eyes were cold. She thought this was just a show. Then Ryan walked in. He wore a simple black suit. No medals, no fancy tie. He looked around at the crowd, took a deep breath, and kept walking. Cameras from every world watched. They met at the center under a dome of light. A neutral priest, an old being from a peaceful world, spoke the words. "This union is for peace. Do you accept?" Lauren said yes first. Her voice was clear and strong. Ryan looked at her, not at the crowd, straight into her eyes. "I do," he said quietly. The priest continued. "You will share life, choices, and future, in honor and truth." They exchanged rings, simple silver bands, no big jewels. Ryan's hand was steady when he put the ring on her finger. Lauren felt the warmth of his skin. It surprised her. Humans were supposed to be cold and weak. After the vows, they had to say private words. The crowd could not hear, but the cameras caught their faces. Lauren leaned close. "This changes nothing. You are here to make your people obey. Do your part, human. Ryan looked back. His voice was low, only for her. I married for peace. I will honor that. My way. Lauren almost laughed. His way? What could a single human do? She turned away, smiling for the cameras. The reception followed. Tables full of food from many worlds. Strange fruits that glowed. Drinks that changed color. People talked and laughed, but tension stayed under the surface. Ryan stood near a window, looking at the stars. A few humans came to him. You okay? One asked. He nodded. Yeah, just thinking. Lauren watched from across the room. She talked to her people. They praised her. Well done. The human looks broken already. But Ryan did not look broken, like someone who had made up his mind. Later, they went to their private room on the station. It was big, with soft lights and a bed that floated a little above the floor. Windows showed the gas giant's storms. Lauren took off her shoes. We share this space now. Rules are simple. You stay out of my work. You smile in public. You do not embarrass me. Ryan sat on a chair. I understand. She studied him. Why did you agree? Glory? Money? He shook his head. My sister has kids. My parents are old. I don't want them to die in this war. That's all. Lauren felt something strange. Not pity. Curiosity, maybe. Humans were supposed to be selfish. This one spoke of family like it mattered more than power. She turned to the window. Sleep. Tomorrow we go to my habitat, or new home. Ryan stood up. Good night, Lauren. She did not answer. But as the lights dimmed, she watched his reflection in the glass. He looked small against the stars. Yet he stood straight. The next morning, a sleek Kalorian ship waited. It was smooth and silver, fast like thought. They boarded together. Crew members bowed to Lauren. They ignored Ryan. As the ship left the station, Ryan looked back at the ring of lights. Earth was far away now. He touched the ring on his finger. Lauren noticed. Regret already? No, he said. Just remembering why I'm here. The ship jumped into faster-than-light travel. Stars stretched into lines. They were on their way to the Kalorian worlds. Lauren sat in her chair, planning her next reports. Ryan sat quietly, looking at nothing. But in his mind, he thought about machines, about how things worked, about how even big systems had small weak points. He did not speak. He just waited. The war was not over. Peace was only starting. And Ryan Carter, the quiet engineer from Earth, had made a promise. He would honor the marriage. The ship arrived at the Kalorian luxury habitat after a smooth jump through space. The habitat was a giant floating city shaped like a long cylinder. It spun slowly to create gravity inside. Outside, stars looked steady and bright. Inside, green parks, tall buildings of crystal and metal, and wide streets full of Kalorians going about their days. Lauren led Ryan through the main entrance. Guards in shining armor nodded to her. They glanced at Ryan but said nothing. The air smelled clean, like fresh rain mixed with something metallic. Their home was on a high level, with a good view. The apartment was large. Walls could turn clear to show space. Furniture floated a little when not in use. Soft lights came on as they walked in. Lauren pointed to a smaller room. That is yours. You can have it for your things. The main space is shared, but do not touch my work area. It held clothes, a few books, and some tools he brought from Earth. Thank you, he said. She watched him unpack. He placed his things neatly. No complaints, no demands. It annoyed her a little. She expected him to act weak or angry. Days passed. Lauren went to meetings every morning. She talked with council members about the peace treaty. Coalition ships still moved in secret. Some attacks happened far away. She had to make sure Earth stayed quiet. Ryan stayed in the apartment most of the time. He asked for a small workshop. Lauren allowed it, because it looked good for reports. The human is calm, he accepts his place. The workshop was a corner room with basic tools. Ryan brought in some Earth machines he asked for. A welder, wires, small computer parts. Kaelorian tech was different. No buttons or screens like humans used. Everything responded to thoughts or voice in their language. Ryan learned slowly. He watched how things worked. He took apart a broken lamp one day, fixed it with a human trick, a small wire bridge. Lauren saw it and raised an eyebrow. "You fixed that?" she asked. "Yes, it had a loose connection." She touched the lamp. It worked perfectly. "Our systems do not fail like that." "Sometimes they do," Ryan said. "Everything can break." She left without more words. At night, they ate together. Food came from machines that made anything. Lauren ate Kaelorian dishes, soft glowing fruits, protein gels. Ryan asked for simple things: bread, meat, vegetables. One evening, Lauren asked, "Do you miss Earth?" Ryan thought, "Yes, the sky is blue there, grass smells different, but I knew I would leave for a while." "You volunteered," she said. "Why not run, hide?" "Because running would not stop the war. My family would still be in danger." Lauren looked at him. Humans were strange. They cared about others too much. It made them weak, she thought, but also hard to predict. Weeks turned into months. The peace held, but cracks showed. A coalition ship attacked a Kaelorian supply line. The council wanted stronger action. Lauren had to report that Ryan behaved well. He causes no trouble. But Ryan was not doing nothing. In his workshop, he studied Kaelorian devices. He found ways to connect human tools to them. He made a small device that let him listen to public channels. He heard news from Earth. His sister sent messages through safe lines. "We are okay. Kids ask about you." He smiled when he read them. One day a big storm hit the habitat. Not weather, but a solar flare from the nearby star. Energy waves hit the shields. Lights flickered. Air systems made warning sounds. People ran to safe rooms. Lauren was in a meeting far away. She sent a message: "Stay inside. Do not move." But the main life support started to fail. Oxygen levels dropped slowly. Alarms sounded soft at first, then louder. Ryan went to the control panel in the hall. Kaelorians tried to fix it with their minds, but the flare jammed psychic links. They could not focus. Ryan looked at the panel. It was complex, but he saw patterns. He remembered a human trick for overloaded circuits. He asked a guard, "Can I try?" The guard laughed. "You? A human?" Ryan did not argue. He opened his tool bag. He took wires, a small meter. He worked fast. He bypassed the burned part with a loop. Then he rerouted power from a backup line. Minutes later, air flowed again. Lights steadied. The alarms stopped. People stared. A technician came. "How did you do that?" "Old method," Ryan said. "Sometimes simple is better." Word spread. Lauren heard when she returned. She walked into the apartment. Ryan sat reading a book from Earth. "You fixed the system," she said. "It needed fixing. Our tech is perfect. It should not need human help." Ryan closed the book. Nothing is perfect, not even Kaelorian things. Lauren felt anger, but also something else. Respect? No. Curiosity. This human did not boast. He just did the work. She sat across from him. "Tell me how." He explained simply. No big words, just steps. She listened. For the first time, she saw him as more than a symbol. That night, she did not go to her room early. They talked. About Earth, about her world. She told him Kaelorians lived long, hundreds of years. They shared thoughts in a network. No secrets. Ryan listened. "Sounds lonely sometimes." She frowned. "Lonely? We are one." But one mind means no new ideas, no surprises. Lauren thought about that. She had never considered it. Days later, she took him to see the habitat gardens. Tall trees with silver leaves, flowers that sang soft music. Ryan walked quietly. He touched a leaf. It felt real. "You like it?" she asked. "Yes. Reminds me of home parks, but different." They sat on a bench. A small animal, like a cat, but with wings, landed near them. Ryan held out his hand. It came close. Lauren watched. "Animals trust you. They sense calm," he said. She looked at him. "You're calm, even here." "I try." More time passed. Lauren started to include him in small things. Not big meetings, but walks, meals. She asked questions about human life. Ryan answered honestly. He talked about his job, fixing machines, helping people, simple days. One evening, a message came. Coalition forces planned a big strike. The council wanted to hit back hard. Lauren read the orders. She looked worried. Ryan saw her face. "Bad news?" She nodded. "They want proof the treaty works. They want you to speak against the attack. On broadcast." Ryan was quiet for a long time. "I cannot do that," he said. "Why not?" "Because it would be a lie. I want peace, but not by betraying my people." Lauren stood up. "You are here for peace. You agreed." "I agreed to marriage, not to help destroy worlds." She felt anger rise. "You think you can choose?" Ryan looked at her. His eyes were steady. "I always choose. That's what makes me human." Lauren turned away. She went to her work area, but inside, doubt started, small at first, like a crack in crystal. Ryan went to his workshop. He worked late. He connected more wires, built something small, a device to understand their systems better. He did not plan war, not yet, but he prepared. The habitat lights dimmed for night. Stars shone outside. She thought about his words. Across the room, Ryan thought about home. The peace felt thin now, like glass ready to break. And in the quiet, something new grew. A human idea. Choice. The message came during a quiet evening meal. Lauren's communicator lit up with red priority symbols. She read it silently, her face turning hard. Ryan noticed, but kept eating his simple stew. He waited. She set the device down. "The council has decided. The coalition launched another attack. They hit one of our outposts. Many died." Ryan put his spoon down. "I'm sorry." Lauren's eyes narrowed. "Sorry does not bring them back. The High Command wants to end resistance once and for all. They will use the Heavens Lance." Ryan had heard the name in whispers, a weapon so big it stayed in high orbit around the homeworld. It could send a beam of pure force to crack a planet's surface, not destroy it completely, just enough to make life impossible on the targeted area. A warning shot that would echo across the galaxy. "They plan to aim it at Earth," Lauren said. "Not the whole planet. Just one continent. Enough to show what happens when promises break." Ryan felt cold inside. His home, his family, the Midwest fields, the small town streets. "They want you to appear on broadcast," she continued. "You will stand beside me. You will say the attack is necessary. You will tell your people to surrender. It proves the marriage works. It proves humans accept our rule." The room was silent except for the soft hum of the habitat systems. Ryan looked at his plate. "No." Lauren leaned forward. "What did you say?" "I said no. I will not help kill my own people." Her voice rose. "You are bound by the treaty, by our marriage. You swore to honor peace." "I swore to honor the marriage," Ryan said. "Peace, yes, but not by standing quiet while a weapon points at home." Lauren stood up. She walked to the window. Stars looked cold tonight. "You think you have a choice? They will do it with or without you, but your words would make it easier. Fewer deaths in the long run." Ryan stood too. Fewer deaths today, more fear tomorrow. That is not peace. That is control. She turned. Anger flashed in her eyes. Humans are children playing with fire. You fight when you should kneel. This is why you lose. Ryan did not raise his voice. Maybe, but we don't give up hope, not even when things look bad. Lauren laughed, short and sharp. Hope will not stop the lance. It fires in 3 days. Your planet has that long to decide. She left the room. The door closed softly behind her. Ryan went to his workshop. He closed the door. For hours he worked. He had been building something in secret. A small interface device. It looked simple. A black box with wires and a human-style plug. But inside, it held code he wrote by hand. Code that talked to Kalorian systems in ways they did not expect. He had studied their shuttle controls for months, learned the thought commands, found the weak spots where human logic could slip in. He connected the box to a salvaged shuttle engine part he had traded for quietly. The next day, Lauren avoided him. She went to urgent meetings. Reports flew back and forth. The council pushed harder. They wanted the broadcast tomorrow. That night, Ryan waited until the habitat lights dimmed. He slipped out. The corridors were empty. Guards trusted the peace too much. He reached the docking bay. Small personal shuttles sat in rows. One belonged to Lauren. Sleek, fast. He used the interface box. It hummed softly. The shuttle door opened without a psychic scan. Inside, he worked fast. He plugged in more cables. Changed settings. The shuttle's main computer accepted his commands now. It could link to the bigger network. The command net that controlled fleets and weapons. He did not plan to steal the shuttle yet. Just test it. But alarms sounded far away. Someone noticed the access. Lauren burst into the bay minutes later. She wore a dark robe. Her face was pale with fury. "You dare?" she said. Ryan stepped out of the shuttle. "I had to know if it would work," he said. She walked closer. "You are under arrest. The council will decide your fate." Ryan looked at her. "If they fire the lance, I will stop it." She almost laughed again. "Stop it? You? With what?" "With this." He held up the small black box. "It lets me talk to your systems. Not destroy, just talk." Lauren stared. "You modified our tech. How?" "By thinking like a human," he said. "We fix things. We find ways, even when others say impossible." Guards arrived. They grabbed his arms. Lauren ordered them to take him to a holding cell. But Ryan spoke one more time. "Lauren, this does not have to end in blood." She turned away. "It already has." They locked him in a small room with clear walls. No windows to space, just soft light and silence. He sat on the floor, thought about home, his sister's kids, the dog he left behind. He closed his eyes. Hours passed. A guard brought food. Ryan did not eat. Then the door opened again. Lauren stood there alone. She stepped inside. The door closed. "Why?" she asked. "Why risk everything?" "Because I meant my vows," Ryan said. "I married for peace, real peace, not this." She paced. "You have no idea what you started. The council knows now. They call you a threat. They want you gone." Ryan nodded. "I figured." She stopped, looked at him. "I could let you go, say you escaped. But then what? You run, they hunt you. The land still fires." Ryan stood up. "Then help me stop it." Lauren's eyes widened. "Help you? I am Kalorian. This is my duty." "Is it?" he asked. "Or is it habit? You told me once your people share one mind. No surprises, no new thoughts. Maybe it is time for a surprise." She looked away. "You ask too much." "I ask for a chance," he said. "One chance to end this without more graves." Lauren was quiet for a long time. Then she spoke. "There is a shuttle prepped for transport. Small, fast. If you take it, go now, before the guards change shift." Ryan looked at her. Come with me. She shook her head. No, I cannot. He stepped closer. Then at least do not stop me. She met his eyes. Something shifted inside her. Doubt. Maybe more. She opened the door. Go. Ryan walked past her. He did not run. He walked steady. In the bay, he climbed into the shuttle. The interface box was still connected. He powered up. The shuttle lifted silently. Doors opened to space. As he flew away, he sent one message on an open channel. Every ship, every world could hear it. This is Ryan Carter. I married for peace. They chose war. The heavens lance aims at Earth. I will not let it fire. I do this for my home. For every home. He cut the transmission. Behind him, Lauren watched from the bay window. Her hand touched the glass. Alarms screamed across the habitat. The chase began. But Ryan was already gone, into the dark. A human loose in the stars, with a promise to keep. The small shuttle slipped through the black of space like a shadow. Ryan kept the engines low. No bright flares to give him away. The interface box glowed softly on the console. It showed Kalorian patrol patterns in green lines. He stayed just outside their sweeps. His message had spread fast. Every coalition world picked it up. Ships in hiding replayed it. People on Earth watched in their homes. Ryan's face appeared on screens. Calm. Determined. I married for peace. They chose war. The words repeated like a promise. Lauren stood on the bridge of her flagship. The ship was bigger than most cities. Crew moved around her in silence. She stared at the main screen. Ryan's shuttle was a tiny dot on the edge of the map. Track him, she ordered. Her voice was steady, but her hands clenched. An officer spoke. He uses our own relays. He bounces signals. Hard to lock. Lauren nodded. She knew Ryan's tricks now. Unpredictable. She had not told the council everything. Not yet. She said he stole the shuttle. Said he was a danger. But inside, questions burned. Why did she let him walk out? Why did she open the door? The council broadcast their own message. The human traitor will be hunted. The heavens lance prepares. Earth has one cycle left to kneel. Ryan heard it. He did not stop. He flew toward a quiet asteroid belt. Rocks the size of mountains tumbled slowly. Good cover. He landed on a large rock. No air, but the shuttle had seals. He worked inside. He sent more signals. Not loud threats, quiet truth. He showed data from the lance, target maps, power levels, proof it aimed at Earth cities. Coalition ships listened. Some moved closer, not to fight, to watch. Lauren's ship followed. She tracked the faint trail. He wants us to chase, she said to her second-in-command. He draws us away. What does he plan? Lauren had no answer, but she felt it. Something big. Ryan left the asteroid. He flew deeper into Coalition space. He found an old supply station, abandoned since the war started. He docked quietly. Inside, dust covered everything. Old crates, broken screens. He searched, found what he needed. A few Kalorian relay cores, small but powerful. He connected them to his interface box. He worked through the night cycle. Wires, code, simple fixes. He turned the relay into a broadcaster, stronger than before. Then he sent the next message. This one went everywhere, to every Kalorian ship, every habitat, every homeworld screen. It showed the lance controls, the psychic locks, the kill codes. And then Ryan's voice. This weapon ends worlds, but it can end war instead. I do not want death, I want choice. Your leaders hide the pain of what they do, see it now. He attached files, recordings from past strikes, burning cities, things Kalorians never let their people feel fully. The psychic net softened the truth. made war feel distant. Now the truth hit hard. On Kalorian worlds, citizens felt it. Doubt crept in. Whispers started. The council panicked. They cut links, tried to block. But Ryan's virus spread. Not a destroyer, a questioner. It made ship AIs pause. Is this order correct? Does it serve life? Drones hesitated. Weapons powered down for seconds. Enough to cause chaos. Lauren felt the ripple in her own mind. The shared thought net flickered. For the first time she heard individual voices. Fear. Confusion. She gripped the command chair. Find him. Now. Ryan moved again. He headed for a Kalorian shipyard. The biggest one near the border. Thousands of ships in dry dock. Half built, half repaired. He slipped past outer sensors, used the same tricks. Human random patterns. No straight lines. He docked at a service port. No alarm yet. Inside the yard, massive frames loomed. Metal skeletons. Workers in suits moved like ants. Ryan found a main control hub. Quiet corner. He plugged in. His box worked fast. It sent the virus deeper into the yard's core systems. Suddenly, drones stopped. Cranes froze. Lights blinked red, then green, then red. Workers stared. What is this? Ryan broadcast from inside. This is not an attack. This is a question. Do you want endless war, or a chance to stop? He did not destroy anything. He just paused it all. Gave time to think. Lauren's ship arrived at the yard edge. She saw the frozen lights. She took a small craft, flew in alone. She found Ryan at the hub. He stood with his back to her, tools in hand. You, she said. Ryan turned. Hello, Lauren. She stepped closer, her hand near her sidearm, but she did not draw it. Why here, she asked. Your people can choose too. She looked around. Workers watched from catwalks, silent. You broke everything, she said. No, Ryan answered. I just let them see. Lauren's eyes met his. The council wants you dead. They send hunters. I know. She was quiet. Then, you could run, far, hide. Ryan shook his head. Running does not fix this. She stepped even closer. Then what? Ryan looked at the frozen yard. We go to the lance, together or apart, but it ends there. Lauren stared. Her mind raced. Duty, loyalty, but also the new silence in her thoughts, the doubt that felt almost free. She spoke softly. If I help you, I lose everything. Ryan nodded. If you do not, we all lose more. A long moment passed. Then Lauren touched her communicator. Stand down, pursuit. This is my command. Her crew hesitated, but obeyed. She looked at Ryan. I come with you. But if you lie, if this is trick, I end it myself. Ryan smiled small. No tricks, just truth. They left the yard together, in her small craft. The virus kept working behind them. Ships stayed quiet. Workers started talking. Real talk, not shared thoughts. They flew toward the Heavens Lance platform, a giant ring in high orbit. The weapon itself pointed down like a long finger of light. Patrols tried to stop them, but Lauren sent codes. Diplomatic pass. Stand aside. They let her through. Inside the platform, halls were empty. Cold metal. Soft hum of power. They reached the control room. Huge screens showed Earth below, blue and green, small from here. The Lance controls waited. Psychic locks glowed. Ryan plugged in his box. Lauren watched. It will fight you. I know, he said. He started work. Slow, careful, speaking up at all. Not helping yet. Just there. Ships gathered. Coalition. Kalorian. All watching. The final move came closer. Ryan and Lauren, bound by a promise, facing the end of war, or the start of something new. The Heavens Lance platform hung in high orbit like a silent giant. Its long barrel pointed down toward Earth. The blue planet looked small and peaceful from here. No sound reached this high. Only the soft hum of machines filled the control room. Ryan and Lauren walked side by side through the empty corridors. Their footsteps echoed on the metal floor. Lights came on ahead and went off behind them. The air felt cold and still. They reached the main control room. A wide dome of clear material showed the stars and Earth below. In the center stood the command console. Tall pillars of light glowed around it. Psychic locks pulsed in soft purple. They waited for a Kalorian mind to touch them. Ryan set his small black box on the console. He connected wires carefully. Lauren watched without speaking. Her face showed nothing, but her hands stayed close to her sides. "You know this will change everything," she said quietly. "I know." He started the interface. The box hummed. Lines of code appeared on a small screen. Human code mixed with Kalorian patterns. Simple logic against ancient power. The console fought back. Red warnings flashed. The pillars brightened. A voice spoke in Kalorian language. Access denied. Intruder detected. Ryan kept working. He typed fast, changed commands. The box sent new signals. Not force. Questions. Why this target? Why more death? The system paused. For a second. Then it pushed harder. Energy surged. The floor shook a little. Lauren stepped forward. She placed her hand on one pillar. Her mind linked in. She could feel the council's anger, their fear. They shouted orders through the net. Stop him. Destroy the platform if needed. But Lauren did not obey. She spoke back through the link. "Wait. Let me handle this." The council hesitated. They trusted her still. Barely. "Thank you." She did not answer. She just held the link open. Ryan pushed deeper. His code found the main energy feed, the part that made the lance fire. He did not shut it down. He turned it, redirected the power up instead of down, toward the upper atmosphere. The platform trembled. Lights flickered. Outside, the long barrel glowed brighter, but the beam did not shoot toward Earth. It shot upward, into the sky above the homeworld. A massive aurora spread across the stars. Green and blue waves, like curtains of light. Every Kalorian felt it, not just saw it, felt it in their minds. The shared thought net broke open. For the first time in centuries, silence came. No collective hum, no one voice guiding all. Just individual thoughts. Clear, alone, real. Across planets, in habitats, on ships, Kalorians stopped. They looked up. They felt something new. Pain, not their own. The pain of others. The recordings Ryan sent earlier flowed through the net now. Not filtered, raw. They felt the screams of coalition worlds, the fear of burning cities, the loss of families, the weight of war they had caused. Leaders in the High Council chamber clutched their heads. Doubt hit them like a wave. Guilt, regret, things they never allowed before. One elder whispered, "What have we done?" Another answered, "We thought we were right." The net stayed open, no going back. On the platform, Ryan kept working. He added more. Empathy algorithms, simple human ideas, code that made the net share feelings, not just orders, real emotion. Every Kalorian now carried a piece of the war's cost, not as memory, as feeling. It hurt, but it also woke them. Lauren pulled her hand from the pillar. She looked pale. Tears stood in her eyes. She had never cried before. Kalorians did not. Ryan saw. He stopped for a moment. "You okay?" "I feel everything." He touched her arm gently. That's what it means to choose. She looked at Earth below, then at him. You did this. We did this, he said. Alarms sounded again, not from the platform, from outside. Council ships approached, fast, weapons hot. Lauren straightened. They come to stop us. Ryan checked the console. The LADS is locked in redirect mode. It will keep the Aurora going until the net heals itself, or changes. She nodded. Then we wait. They stood together at the window. Ships grew closer on the screen. Dozens, big ones, small ones. Lauren opened a channel. Her voice went out clear. This is Lauren Voss. Stand down. The lance no longer fires on worlds. It shows truth. Let it. The lead ship answered. You are traitor. Surrender or die. Lauren looked at Ryan. They will not listen. Ryan spoke into the channel. This is Ryan Carter. I am human. I married one of you for peace. I know the truth. We are all part of this net. And now it must change. You chose war. Now, choose again. Stop. Or keep going, and feel what you have done forever. Silence on the channel. Then, a new voice. Not council. A citizen from a distant habitat. I felt it. The pain. I do not want more. Another voice joined. Stop the ships. More voices, from everywhere. Not one mind. Many minds, speaking at once. The council ships slowed. Weapons powered down. One by one. The lead captain spoke. We stand down. Lauren closed her eyes. Relief washed over her. The Aurora faded slowly. The net started to rebuild, but different now. Open, with room for choice. Ryan unplugged his box. The console dimmed. He turned to Lauren. It's over. She looked at him. Her true form showed for a moment. Silver skin, glowing lines, then back to human shape, but softer now. I cannot go back, she said. They will not forgive. Ryan took her hand. Then come with me. Where? Earth. A new place. Somewhere we can start again. She looked at Earth. Blue, green, alive. Yes, she said. They left the control room, walked to the docking bay. A small escape pod waited. Simple, no weapons, just enough for two. They climbed in. The pod detached. It fell toward the planet. Slow at first, then faster. Behind them, the platform stayed quiet. The lance pointed up now. A reminder, not a threat. On Earth, people watched the sky. The Aurora had been seen even there. Faint but real. News spread. The war was ending. Not with bombs, with something stronger. Ryan and Lauren landed in a quiet field, Midwest, near his old town. Grass smelled sweet. Wind blew gentle. They stepped out. Ryan breathed deep. Home. Lauren looked around. This is your world. Ours now, he said, if you want. She smiled. Small, real, I want. They walked together. No rush. No war behind them. Just open sky. Above, stars waited. Quieter now. The heavens had been shaken. Not broken. Changed. By a human who kept his promise. By a Kalorian who learned to choose. Peace did not come easy. But it came, and it stayed.